Already, now that all the predictions are in, now we can see and what we get here. So we will refresh, look at the lines, and we'll start here on Thursday Night Football. So we're back at the top here. Packers and 49ers. We officially predicted this game at Packers -8, and it's going to be Packers -7. So right in the same ballpark, just a point off. No big deal there. This 49ers offense, I really don't know what they're going to do. But I didn't know what the Vikings offense was going to do last week in the Packers really just could not stop it. I mean, the Packers should have been game planning to stop Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin Cook ran wild on him. So I can't even trust this Packers kind of game plan going into this game. I think I'm going to rock with the 49ers +7 here, folks. I'm not going to trust Aaron Rodgers -7 on the road. He hasn't really shown he can kind of do that consistently since the bye, so I'm not going to buy into it. Some bad losses from the Packers, and I know it's not all on Aaron Rodgers' fault or on Aaron Rodgers' shoulders. It's not all on him. I get it, but he's the quarterback. He's the leader. He's the one that's throwing the ball 40+ times a game, folks. So it is a lot on him. So even with Nick Mullins, he hasn't really turned the ball over a lot. He just kind of had like a game or two with like a lot of turnovers, which skews the numbers a little bit averagely. So I think I'm going to rock with the 49ers here. I expect them to have a very conservative game plan, just try to get out, just end the game. They just want this game to be over with, honestly. Just let the play clock go. Let the game clock just run and run. We're going to rush the ball. We're not going to air it out. Aaron Rodgers is going to want to air it out. I don't know. I think I'm just going to stay away from this game just because it's too wild for me. Aaron Jones, I think, is back for the Packers, but they're like, we're not going to run him a lot. So that's that for the Packers. And the 49ers, they have no pieces offensively or defensively. But I think I still like the +7 because I can't trust Aaron Rodgers right now. Unfortunate. So I don't know. I just stay away from this game because it's just too wonky for me. Too wonky. Wonkus, if you will. Alrighty, so that was Thursday Night Football. I don't know how to call it. I guess I would take, if I have to take the game, I take 49ers +7. I'm going to take the points for the home team on primetime television. I don't expect Kyle Shanahan to really get embarrassed on primetime TV. All right. Panthers and Chiefs. We officially predicted this game at Chiefs -6. Wow. Ooh, Chiefs -10. Wow, that's a lot higher than I thought. And I think I like the Panthers here. Christian McCaffrey, I think, is going to be playing. There's no official word on that, but he has been practicing. He was practicing, I think, late last week, just trying to get it to go. And I think he's finally ready to go in this game. And yeah, the Chiefs may win this game, but 10.5 points, that's a lot, man. In this Panthers team, they keep themselves in games. Teddy Bridgewater is a good quarterback, folks. He delivers the ball very well. Matt Rule is kind of winning me over a little bit on how well they've kind of been competing in some of these games. They had extra rest. They were on Thursday Night Football last week, so even more time to prepare for the Chiefs. The Chiefs, yeah, they just kind of came off of a high-flying performance, but it was against the Jets, and this Carolina Panthers defense is better than the Jets defense. And, they kind of may just feel themselves a little bit too much. So I think I really do like this Panthers +10.5. That's too much. That's too many points, folks. Usually games are close, and I expect this game to be, closer than 10 points. So I think we get some good value here. An early endorsement here. I like it. Try to take this before the value, skews, how whenever you place your bets. I think this is good to get in early here, +10.5. I expect this one just to kind of keep climbing down, maybe to settle around Panthers +9 right before kickoff. I expect this line to come down from the Panthers. I expect people to hammer this Panthers +10.5, and it's going to lose some value here. So I would take this Panthers +10.5 right now. That's a great line, folks. That is truly good. It's too many points. All right. Ravens and Colts. Let's see if we get some good value here in this one. We predicted this one at Ravens -3 and Ravens -2. So we're not getting too much value. If it was Colts +3, I would say maybe take that. But other than that, we're going to rock with the Ravens -2 here. Only have to swallow 2. That's basically the win. So not too much there. This Ravens team, they need to get back on track. This is a huge bounce back game for the Ravens. Even though, they were in that game with the Steelers, they still lost it They still lost. It's an L in the record books. It's an L, folks. It's an L. It's an L in the locker room. It's an L everywhere. So even though the game was close, this Ravens team is still explosive offensively, and my doubts on Phillip Rivers. I don't have to go into that again. So Ravens -2. I think I'm comfortable taking that. Not on that 3 hook, which is perfect. We'll take the 2. And Phillip Rivers, even at home, still cannot trust it, folks. Truly. So I do like the Ravens -2 here. I do like that. Another endorsement early. All right, we're getting some good early endorsements here. Yeah, Panthers +10.5, Ravens -2, all looking good. All right, let's see what we get here. Seahawks and Bills. We officially predicted this game at Seahawks -4, and it's Seahawks -3. So once again, right on the money here. Seahawks -3, and I do like it. Kind of on that 3 hook, that 3-7 hook will always get you. The Bills, I just cannot trust Josh Allen against the good teams. I mean, folks, I say that literally every show because every single week I see Josh Allen making critical mistakes, not looking, buttoned up, and, he can't win the big games. He couldn't beat the Chiefs. He couldn't beat the Titans. What are we doing here, folks? Are we just beating bottom of the barrel teams? Are we just beating, Jets and early Dolphins and all those teams, Washington and Giants? Like, I don't care. I don't care, folks. I do not care about those teams. I don't. So I think we like the Seahawks here. The 3 is a little bit iffy because I do think the Seahawks win it, but I think the Bills can keep it close because they're at home. Seahawks traveling. Russell Wilson, it's not going to affect him. He's going to be fine. He plays outdoors. He plays in Seattle. Seattle and Buffalo's weather are kind of similar. Kind of always rainy, very cold, never beautifully sunny. Unless it's summertime. So Seahawks, Buffalo, pretty similar stadiums. Don't think Seahawks are going to have too much trouble traveling here. We like the Seahawks. The 3, we'll have to sleep on it. We'll get back to you tomorrow when we make our official picks. Alrighty, then we go Bears and Titans. We officially predicted this game at Titans -3, and this one's Titans -6.5, and now I love the Bears +6.5. I think this is kind of strange, folks, to be honest. Nick Foles in this defense, they should be able to take care of Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. Take care of them as in not letting them put up 40 points, because I think those 40-point games that the Titans have really been putting up here this season I have really been outliers. I would not even really look at those games. They just kind of got out of whack, wonky. The Titans putting up 20 points last week is kind of more their speed. It's kind of what the team is. A solid 25 points a game. Hopefully they can keep you under that. If they do, they win it, obviously. So I think I like the Bears here. I think we get tremendous value. Nick Foles, he had his best game last week, so I will give him a little bit of credit there. This Bears defense can keep Ryan Tannehill in check. Derrick Henry in check is another question because, they're both going to be smashing each other, folks, like the entire game. Derrick Henry is going to get his 25-plus carries, and the Bears will be stacking the box. Like, that's how this game's going to turn out. So possibly low scoring, most likely low scoring. I would expect all Tennessee Titans games to be low scoring. I would not expect them to put up the 40 points that they have proven that they can put up a couple of times this season. That's just not their identity. That's just not it. So I think we get tremendous value here. Bears +6.5. Yeah, they might not win, but I'm going to take 6.5, folks. That's a full touchdown, almost, basically. So Bears +6.5. I think once again another early endorsement here. I love it. Bears +6.5. Truly, that's good. Damn, we're getting some good early value here on Thursday. Truly. All right, let's move on. Texans and Jags. We predicted this game at Texans -5, and it's Texans -6.5, so even more than I thought. And once again, I like it. I understand the line. It's just going to be a little bit too much for me. Texans on the road. I understand. I was just bashing the Jags when we were predicting the lines. I understand it, but it's just a little bit too much for me to take the game. I do like the Texans -6.5. I would endorse that. I do not feel comfortable myself betting my own money on taking that game, unfortunately. But I understand it. Texans coming off a bye. The Jags are also coming off a bye as well. But this Texans team is just so high-powered offensively. And this Jags team is one of the worst teams in the league. I would probably put Jets, then maybe Jaguars, worst teams in the league. So I expect the Texans to get back on track here. I don't expect the Jags to get on track anytime soon. So I think I like the -6.5. Maybe just a little bit too much for me, but I understand the line. And, we underpredicted it, unfortunately. Alrighty, then we go to Giants in Washington. We officially predicted the line at Washington -3, and it's going to be Washington -2.5, so right on target there. And Vegas is kind of agreeing with me. Neutral field, they kind of like the Giants just a half a point better, and I like the Giants kind of the same. So I'd rock with the Giants +2 here. I like Daniel Jones better than Kyle Allen. I like what this Giants defense and what this Giants team is kind of showing this season. I do like Washington as well because Ron Rivera has gotten this team buying in. And maybe a little bit of recency bias since Washington was just on a bye last week. We haven't been able to see them, and we just saw the Giants kind of be competitive against the Bucs. I'm hoping it's not. I don't think that last week is influencing me too much because I have kind of been a fan of Daniel Jones really since the start of the season. It's just unfortunate that his Robin Saquon Barkley did get injured at the start of the season, so unfortunate. Washington off a bye is obviously a green flag, absolutely. But I think I'm going to take the points here. They keep this game close. Giants and Washington are definitely better than their Week 6 matchup. And that was only 3 weeks ago, and somehow these teams have gotten better. So, going to be a close one. I'm going to stay away from it, but I think I like the Giants here. All right, then we get Broncos and Falcons, and we predicted this game at Atlanta -3, and it's going to be Atlanta -3.5. So once again, right on par. We're pretty much on track this week, folks. I'm liking it. We finally figured out how Vegas is playing. So this is tough. This one's tough because I do like Atlanta, but I do like the Broncos defense here traveling. I do like that. Going to stay away from this game. 3.5 is a little bit too much for me, and I don't trust the Broncos with 3.5 points, unfortunately. I expect this Falcons team to kind of continue where they left off last week, looking good offensively. They're doing good without Dan Quinn, and that's a great sign that maybe he was just kind of the funk. There was just some kind of curse, some hex, some funk on Dan Quinn for blowing leads, and now that he's out the door, these kind of players can kind of breathe a sigh of relief, can kind of play freely, and that's kind of what we're seeing. And this Falcons offense is high-powered, folks. I know I have to remind y'all every week because of their record, but this Falcons offense is high-powered. We love them. I like the Falcons to win the game. I do. The 3.5 is a little bit iffy as well, kind of that hook, that 3.5 hook. Never good to be on the losing side of that, I can tell you. So I like the Falcons straight up here. The spread is giving me a little hesitation. All right, couple more games here, and then we're out of here. Don't worry, folks. We are almost done. Alrighty, Raiders and Chargers. We predicted this line at Raiders -2, and it's going to be Raiders +1. Interesting. Okay, I can get behind it. Kind of a pick 'em, and I think I like the Raiders here. The Chargers, I do like Justin Herbert. Don't get me wrong, but I think they're ultra conservative with them, unfortunately, and that's why they're losing these games. It seems like the Chargers are playing just to kind of be in a game, not playing to win the game, not playing to lose the game. They just want to be in the game in the fourth quarter, and then they're like, all right, I don't know what to do now because we're in the game. Now how do we close out? We don't know how to close out? Shoot. All right, 2-5, I guess, is going to be our record. I think I like the Raiders here. I don't think this is going to be too much of an upset. Vegas is saying that they like the Raiders kind of in a neutral field straight up. I agree. And I like John Gruden to kind of, keep on what he's doing, beating, kind of the bottom of the barrel teams, Cleveland, Chargers kind of right on top of the bottom of the barrel, if you can visualize that conundrum. But I do like the Raiders here. Yeah. Do like the Raiders. I like Derek Carr, and I like the high explosiveness of the Raiders that they kind of proven that they can be. Their offense kind of struggled last week, but they were on the road and they still won the game. They still won by 10. That's pretty good, so not going to penalize them too much for winning a game. And the Chargers, blew that game. They were up in the first quarter. They were up in the first half. They had the game, and then the third quarter came, and the fourth quarter they had to settle for field goals, and they lose by 1, unfortunately. So not clutch. They can't close out games. I'll take the Raiders here. Alrighty, Steelers and Cowboys. Let's see how accurately we were. We said Steelers -9, and it's going to be way more than that. Steelers -13.5, and I like it. I do like it. The Steelers defense is not going to allow the Cowboys to do anything offensively. Whichever quarterback they decide to throw out there is going to be thrown to the wolves. He's going to get sacked. He's going to get picked. He's going to get hit. He's going to get knocked down. He's going to be uncomfortable all game. And I do not expect whoever the Cowboys play at quarterback to throw the ball more than 7 yards down the field. They can't do it. So They weren't doing it with Andy Dalton. Ben DiNucci can't do it, and whoever this new guy they're going to throw out here, he's not going to be able to do it either. This Cowboys defense is also very trash. I expect Big Ben to have himself kind of a fun game. I can go out here and throw the ball 50 times, throw the ball 30 yards down the field on every single play if I want to, and I expect the Steelers to kind of cruise here. Kind of a celebration game for the offense coming off of 7-0, coming off of wins against Tennessee and Baltimore. They get a little bit of a break here with this kind of trash Cowboys team. I expect them to kind of have fun this game. Expect the offense to kind of just be explosive and be outrageous and just be fun. They just want to be fun. They don't want to be battling. This is a week that they know they won't be battling. Mike Tomlin is not going to take that kind of celebration and kind of usually when teams kind of overlook or celebrate during a game or against a team, they kind of lose focus and ultimately lose that game. Mike Tomlin will have the locker room cleaned up, be like, hey, y'all can go out and have fun this game and we can be explosive and aggressive offensively, but we have to win the game. And everybody knows that. Mike Tomlin knows everybody knows that. So even the Steelers can go and win by 21. Because I think Big Ben is really just going to be airing it out. Mike Tomlin, he's going to be like, hey, this Cowboys defense is truly trash. Truly. I mean, folks, the Eagles turned it over 4 times, and the Cowboys only still got 9 points. Folks. Short fields for offense is usually guaranteed touchdown, but the Cowboys settle for field goals. So truly trash, and I do like the Steelers minus 13.5. Alrighty, Dolphins and Cardinals, and we officially predicted this game at Cardinals minus 4.5, and it's Cardinals minus 4. So I love the Dolphins here plus 4. I think that's the perfect amount of points you want in this game. The Dolphins may not win, but 4, I don't think they lose by more than 4 because the defense can really keep them on track. And if we take away DeAndre Hopkins, this Cardinals team has nowhere to go to because they've shown the first 7 weeks they can only kind of be in games, win games if DeAndre Hopkins is getting the ball like 10-time catches and like 15 targets for like 100 yards. So I like the Dolphins here. If our game plan is on track, we should be keeping the game close. No worries. So I like the Dolphins plus 4 here. All right, Saints and Bucks. We predicted the game at. Where are we? Bucks minus 3. And it's going to be Bucks minus 4. And I think I like that. I think I like Tom Brady over Drew Brees in this scenario. Tom Brady with a new offensive weapon in Antonio Brown. Expect him to get some good touches. Expect him to kind of have himself a game. I mean, Mike Evans is going to be the number 1 receiver taking, probably the double team. That's going to leave Antonio Brown on a one-on-one matchup on primetime television, his first game back. Tom Brady knows this is a legacy game, and I kind of used that narrative for the last 2 weeks with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, and that didn't pan out the way I thought, but it's going to do it this time. I guarantee it, folks. The legacy battle between Drew Brees and Tom Brady, it should come out this game. Both their wide receivers for the Saints and the Bucks, Mike Evans and Antonio Brown for the Bucks, Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas for the Saints, they all should be playing this game. I think we take the 4 here. I'm going to take the Saints plus 4. Give me the points. I'll take the points here. I expect the Saints to kind of keep the game close. Tom Brady, I mean, I thought they would blow out the Giants last week on Monday, and they didn't, unfortunately. So I can't have faith that they would go and blow out the Saints here, even with Antonio Brown getting settled in to this Bucs offense. I think I like the Saints with the points here. 4 points with some weapons, absolutely. And that brings us to the last game, the Patriots and Jets, and we predicted the game at Patriots minus 3. Wow. And it's going to be Patriots minus 7, so even more than I thought. And I think we like the Jets plus 7 here, folks. This Jets team is trying to win their first game. That's urgent. This Patriots team is nothing flashy offensively. Defensively, yes, it's held by Bill Belichick, so they're always going to be, decent. The defense is always going to be pretty good, above average. this Jets team is trying to figure out how they could put up points. We saw Adam Gase give up play calling duty 3 weeks ago. In the last 2 games, they haven't been able to score more than 10 points. Not great. Sam Darnold on primetime television, expect him to kind of have a pretty good showing. I mean, the last time the Jets were on primetime television, I think they kept the game close. Am I bugging? Let me try and week 5. I know they had a primetime game. I'll try to go through these very quickly. If I cannot find it quickly, we'll move on. But, yeah, I mean, usually games are close. Usually, teams don't get blown out every week. Even teams as bad as the Jets. Here it is, the Thursday night game. This seems to be it. Broncos-Jets. I mean, they kind of kept it close. They lost by 11, but they were in this game, I'm pretty sure. I think they scored first. I think they took the lead. They did. They took a 7-3 lead. They were scoring kind of throughout, 12 points in that fourth quarter, trying to keep it close. What do we got here? We had a 24-16 lead, 27-16. That was the biggest lead. All right. So not as close as I remember, unfortunately. Oh, no, it was. Yeah, they took the lead here, 28-27. They had the lead here going into in the fourth quarter, and then they just blew it, unfortunately. They blew it. So, yeah, they were kind of competitive in this game. So I think they will be once again competitive here on Monday Night Football against the Patriots. The Jets are at home once again on primetime TV. They were at home against that Broncos team. So I expect the Jets to kind of keep it a little close. I know they're so trash, and I know Adam Gase is so bad, but the performances that Cam Newton is showing these last 3 weeks, like the low amounts of points and like the garbage accuracy, we've looked at it. Like the man cannot throw accurately like 10 yards. Like it's weird. So I'm going to stay away from the game. I don't feel comfortable with Patriots -7. I think if I have to choose something in this game, it's going to be Jets +7. I'll take the points here, or maybe even the over 42. But, 7 is too much to give up for Cam Newton. Has proven that he can't score touchdowns. He can't be accurate. He can't be clutch. So what are we doing here? They don't have those explosive weapons. So we're going to rock with the Jets +7, I think. Not going to be an official pick, but it's an endorsed pick. Jets +7. Alrighty, so we were pretty close on all of our predictions, honestly. I don't think there was one that we were really too far off on. The Steelers was a little bit higher than we thought. I think we're getting great value here with the Bears with the +6.5. I absolutely love it. So all together, I mean, just kind of... quickly, I love the Panthers +10.5. I love the Bears +6.5. Who else do we got here? This is the last one I loved. And I love the Dolphins +4. So, I mean, just kind of early picking. Haven't slept on the lines. Just literally digested these lines in the last hour and 18 minutes. So, I mean, just kind of real quickly as we're doing this, I love this kind of 3-teamer. 500 on it. Pays 3,400, pretty good payday there. I love it. So Panthers +10.5, Bears +6.5, Dolphins +4. Good teams that keeps the games close. They're getting pretty significant points. +4 is the least points that we're getting in those kind of picks. So absolutely love it. Alrighty, so that's what we're going to call it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, noon Eastern, twitch.tv/takesbyfans, where we make our official picks. We'll also break down the game tonight. Come back tomorrow. We'll make our official picks, get some money in your pockets for this weekend, and we'll be good to go. So, once again, be sure to follow me on Twitter at TakesByFans. Is the best place to reach and kind of keep up with Takes by Fans in general. And then we're live daily, noon Eastern, twitch.tv/TakesByFans, takesbyfans.com/watch. We're here, folks. So whenever you want to watch, we're here at all times. So, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow, folks. Oh, I almost forgot. Our moneymaker. Did we do this already? Not officially, but let me just reiterate it one more time. We're going to go 49ers +7. Give us the points. All right. Now we can officially go. Now that we can, you guys can make some money tonight. 49ers +7. Love it. Here we go. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.